All right, you can see it's a beautiful sunny day here. We had rain last night. I got the flowers that we're going to be planting over in this bed out. We're going to have, supposed to get down to 36 tomorrow, so it's not a good idea to plant these yet, but they're going to be going in here. My son and I dug all that out and mixed in compost and some potting soil. Got some hydrangeas there that we deadheaded and cut down. You can see there's sticks with flags that we've put out. This area here, my son and I spent the day before yesterday, I think it was, sometime earlier. We cut it and we went through it with iron rakes and raked out as much of the dead grass as we could and overseeded the entire thing with a booster that is going to give us lots of clover, and basically we're going to be able to use what's grown here. We'll be able to dry it and use it as bedding and feed for the rabbits. So coming over here, I got a 5-gallon bucket just under this drain spout here, catching what's left of the rain from last night. But my son and I cut all this back. We had stuff growing up into the gutter there, so we cleaned all that out. This is all thorns and prickers, and it was quite fun cutting that out with shears and sawzalls and whatnot. But what we did was set up a rain catchment system back here, because the water from the well ends up yellowing our garden plants. So this, you can see about how full that is. That's a 35-gallon bucket, and that's 3/4 full. We maybe got 1/4 of an inch of rain last night, but the surface area of the roof directs it all into the gutters, and 1/4 of an inch of rain, you can see, fills up this system. I've got 3 35-gallon garbage cans that I put just under the downspouts. You can see there's nothing. I mean, that's a little bit fancy because I had to get it over there, but this is nothing fancy. This is nothing overly special, and this is going to be water for our garden. And there's one more over here. This one, where is it? Oh, it's this one here. This one here, I got to get up there and clean it out. I actually fell off a 2.5-story roof a few years ago and knocked myself unconscious. Ended up waking up to a firefighter that I went to EMT school with, and he's like, "Oh, I know you." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know you." It was awkward, but I got to get up there and clean that out somewhere. Unstop it so that it'll flow again. But this one is nice and convenient here. It's right at the staircase. And this fills up from the same thing. It's just a downspout into a bucket. And 1/4 of an inch of rain gave me, we'll say, a conservative estimate. These are 35 gallons a piece. They're each about half full. Two of them are half full. One of them's 3/4 full. 90 gallons of water, we'll say, from a 1/4 of an inch of rain overnight. That's pretty impressive to me. This is the kind of house we live in. I don't know if you can see. I got a better view of it, so you can see the kind of roof that we're working with for roof space, and why that would give us such good rain catchment. But look at the size of that. It's a decent slope. There's decent surface area, and it collects a lot of water. We had just a spitting rain the other day when my son and I were out doing the garden beds and getting stuff set up, and we just, with that little spitting rain that didn't even force us inside, it was still sunny out like this, beautiful, beautiful day. That little spitting rain was enough to give us 3 inches in the bottom of one of the catchment buckets. So you can see the garden's doing pretty good. It enjoyed the rain last night, I'm sure. A little bit of leftover straw in there that I've been packing when it was particularly colder. So the beans came in when it was cold, because it got cold the past few nights. And our cat, who is also named Bean, decided she was going to jump in the little bins and scratch them all up. She destroyed the cucumbers. This is essentially just an experiment now to see if any of these will survive. You can see that even the leaves are kind of yellowed from the well water, like I was saying. That's what our well water does. That's a good example of it there. That's what our well water does to our greens. And that's why we started doing the rain catchment within the past few days. So these are just an experiment. I'm going to see if they make it. If they don't, I've already started these little cups here. I've got peas. I just put in pea seeds and using them like little cold frames to try and make those grow and germinate and get going. So we'll have... our peas did pretty well last year, even though they were pretty yellowed from that nasty well water. But yeah, this is pretty much what we got going on. The rain catchment's the new thing. The rabbits are doing well. This is our little pasture land here that we've overseeded. That got nice and rained in. So just a quick update. I don't even know if this will allow me to post, because it's been making everything private and I can't fix it. So if you see this, I hope wherever you are, you're well, you're comfortable, and that God is with you. Thank you.